And now, what is Microsoft Excel without learning about charts to enable you find trends and patterns during your data analysis? And in today's tutorials, we learn about how to create some basic charts in Microsoft Excel. So kindly stick with me to the end. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button to support this channel. Well, let's jump right into the action so as to know how to go about creating charts to help us in our analysis. Here in our worksheet today, you can find some charts I have created, the pie and also the column chart to find some trend in my data and also the spark lines. Well, wondering how you can create them? Let's get rid of it so that we start from scratch. So this is the data we'll be using as an example for today, where we have a list of players and also their goals scored over the years as per the heading over here. And also we have the list of players here and also the Champions League they have won. So now, how do we create a chart in Excel? Well, the first way to create a chart is to select your entire data you want to analyze. Then moving to the Insert tab over here, with it selected, you can see the charts group here, and also we have the recommended charts, then some other charts recommendations you can select from. I would like for us to use the recommended chart to give us a preview of how our charts will appear. So here are some recommended charts. I would like for us to select the all charts. So here, with how you want to present your data, you can select any of these, whether you want to present your data in a line form, the pie, the bar, the area, through to the combo, whether you want a combo two types of charts. So here, I want us to use the column charts to analyze our data. So I'll select this one and click on OK. And now, as soon as the chart is created, you can see these two new tabs over here. So here you can change your chart design, whether you want this color background, whether you want it in this format, you can change it. And also you can change the format, the shape fill, you can give it an outline. You can do all that with these two new tabs over here. And also you can find the goals scored over here. And here also you can find the names and the legend over here, that is the years. So with each year, it gives it a color code so that you can easily identify which year you are talking about. So if you are to pick Ronaldo, you can find that over the years, there is an upward trend in his goal scoring, then there is a sharp decline. And if you are to pick Messi, you can see his goal scoring fluctuates in a way, and Benzema, an upward trajectory. So this is how you can use the chart to analyze your data. So here also, you can change your chart title, and also you can make some basic edits here. And with your chart selected, you can see these icons over here, and here also you can also give your axis title. And if you don't want a title for your axis, also you can uncheck this axis box over here. And if you want only your vertical or horizontal axis to be labeled, with the axis selected, you can see this arrow comes. So if you want to get rid of your vertical axis, you can do that, or your horizontal axis, then you can do that. And also you can give data labels where the goals scored will be displayed over here for you also. And if you want to change where your legend appears, you can do that. So you can check or uncheck it to get rid of your legend. So you can see the legend has appeared over here. I want it at the bottom. If you have to click here on this arrow, you can change it to the bottom part. So this is how you can simply create a chart in Microsoft Excel. So let's give it a chart name. And so here with the chart title, I will recommend that rather typing it manually, just simply automate it. So with this selected, let's move to the formula bar, bring in the equal sign. Then let's select this very cell and click on OK. So now you can see that the title of the chart has been displayed over here. Well, what's the advantage of this? Okay, with this, as soon as the very title changes over here, then it affects your main chart title. And here also, if you have to right click on your chart, these options will be made available. If you want to format your chart area, you can do that. So as soon as you click on that, this options will be made available where you can format your chart area. Is this the fill you want to do? If you want to increase the width or the height of your chart, you can do that using this, or you can increase the width using this also. And so this is how to create a basic chart in Microsoft Excel. If you want to get rid of the grid lines also, you can do that here also. So now moving on, I want to create another chart for this data here. Here we have a list of players and their Champions League won. So another way to create a chart is with this selected, rather than going to the insert tab to go through all this process, you can use the shortcut Alt F1 with your data selected. Then now this chart will appear. But here is the case, I don't want it in this format, but a pie chart. How do I change this chart? So here with this chart design, which has appeared for you as soon as this chart was created, let's go to the change chart type. Then now this box appears for you, where here we have the all chart selected. I want it in a pie form. So in the pie form, do you want it in a donut form or any form you want, the 3D format or this just this simple form? I want it in a 3D form, so I'll select it, then click on OK. So now my chart has changed for me. My chart doesn't seem to have any form of number or data representation to let me know what each of these circular colors represent. So now how do I do that? So let's come here again. Let's give it some data labels. So here you find that the numbers appear over here also. And now let's give it a legend. So now this legend clearly represents what each of these colors represent for me. So now this blue color represents Ronaldo, for he has won plenty of the Champions League. Then with Messi following, then Neymar, then also Mbappe. So how about if I'm to change Mbappe, since Mbappe hasn't won a Champions League before, let me bring in the 0 here and press enter. Then now Mbappe is represented with 0, or Mbappe disappears now because his data isn't enough to be represented. So now let's format our numbers a bit so that they can clearly be seen. So let's select all of them, then let's right click, then let's move to the format data labels here. And with this format data labels box that appears, let's move to the bucket and let's give it a solid fill so that at least we can clearly see the background. So now that we've given it a solid fill, if you want to change the color, you can change it over here. But I would like to maintain the white color, so I will leave it as that. And if you have any form of changes you want to do, whether I want to give it a legend key, whether you don't want to show anything, whether you want it in percentages, or you want the category names also, you can select all these, or the series name, you can do all that. I don't want it that I just want the values to appear, since already the legends gives me the meaning of what each of these boxes represents. And also you can change the position of all these labels. Let me uncheck all these ones. And to change the position, we have the label position, whether I want it at center, whether I want it inside the end, outside, or even the best fit. So this is how you can also change the position of your data labels here also. So now with this format done, let me get rid of this also. The last thing we'll be talking about will be the spark lines. So let's say I want to find the goal scoring trend or pattern. I'll first select for Ronaldo from 2019 through to 2024, move to the insert tab. Then we will find the spark lines group here. You can choose the line, the column, or the win or loss. I want the line. So here you can see the data range has already been selected. The location range, where do I want it to appear? I want it to appear right beside my data. So I will select the cell right beside it, then hit the enter and click on OK. So now the line will appear here for me. Then let me simply drag it down for the remaining of my data. And now, as soon as this spark line is created, you can find this spark line tab also created for you, where here you can make any changes to your spark line as you want. So let's say here, now I don't want it in a line form, but a column form. I can change it here. So now you can see the column form has been changed. And here also, if you want to find the highs and lows of the goal scoring records of these players, you can use this one. So the high point, you can see that the high point has been selected, or the low point. The low point also has been selected. So now let me uncheck them. And here you can change the color of your spark lines also. You can change it using this styles group here. So let's say you want it in this format, you can change it. You want it in this format, you can change it. And the last thing we'll be talking about will be the mark color. Here also, if you want to find a high point in a preferable color you want, you can use this mark color to do that. So let's say I want the high point to be in green format. Okay, so I'll select it. And the low point, so when their goal scoring record was at a low, so I want to find the low point. So let me mark it in red. I'll select it. And now you can clearly see these red marks over here indicating the low point or the low goal scoring records of all these players. So if you are to change this to, let's say, 100 for Messi, then you can clearly see it affects the remaining data. And so this is how you can create some basic charts and spark lines in Microsoft Excel. I hope you are intrigued and I hope this video was very helpful. If it was, hit the like and subscribe button and be sure to leave a comment behind to let me know what you think about creating charts in Microsoft Excel. And if in case there is something in particular you would like to personally know about Microsoft Excel, be sure to let me know so that I can gladly assist you. Thank you so much for your time and see you again in my next video.